Hey, sir. Hey, man. Do me a favor, man. Come this way.
Body cam footage of Ryan Coogler's arrest shows an officer immediately pulling out his firearm.
Put your hand behind your back.
Hands behind my back. You got it. You got it. You got it. You got it. Is there any reason y'all doing this, bro?
Give me 1 second. Hold on. What's going on, my man?
Trying to pull money on my own.
You said what? Yeah, this your phone?
It is, right?
Coogler, who's directed Black Panther, Creed, Fruitvale Station, Judas and the Black Messiah, along with countless others, was placed in cuffs over the dumbest of reasons.
If you come on my right side, I got a badge on hanging off my head. My work badge. And it'll tell you everything about me. And if you just run my name, you'll understand why you should take me off these cuffs.
TMZ, rightfully so, blurred the work badge. Coogler, respectfully, tells them why they have made a mistake.
1 second, somebody take my glasses off my face.
Take the glasses
panic
off?
attack, bro.
I got you. You need some air?
I mean, I gotta be honest with you, man. I just can't believe this, man. Is that my family baby nurse? Did y'all have her detained right now?
Who?
The baby nurse, the Filipino woman that was in the back seat. Did y'all have her detained right now?
Yes, she's being detained.
The officers then tell him the folks he was with were detained as well.
From what we got the call, it seems like someone was trying to rob the bank. Something about you passing a note to the teller, something to that effect.
It's a medical assistant that works in my house that prefers to be paid in cash. Every time I make a withdrawal to pay her, you know, because it's a large amount, she works a lot.
Yeah.
You know, if I don't write down on a note how much I want out, and then I don't want it ran through the money counter right there at the desk, the whole bank ends up looking at it because they just hearing money going through the account.
Have you ever considered speaking to them about what it is you're trying to do?
So can I explain something to you, bro?
Yeah.
I went to CVS out here the other day to get a vaccine. I came outside and somebody was smoke in the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? While I was getting the vaccine.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to around out here, bro. Like, I'm not saying out loud how much money I'm taking up. That's why I'm writing it down.
I'm not talking about speaking to somebody like that. I'm saying, hey, can I speak to a manager in an office somewhere? Have you ever considered doing something like that? I'm gonna consider it now that y'all threw guns on me. I was trying to take money out. But up to this point, at every Bank of America I ever gone to in my entire life, just never happened. Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
So y'all explaining y'all perspective, right?
Yeah.
Y'all the ones with guns and vests. You know what I'm saying? What's my perspective?
There's a lot to cover with this story.
I put my own card in, put my own pin in. She asked to see my ID. I gave it to her.
Yeah.
And she goes in the back, and I'm waiting for the and then the people keep coming out. Hey, they taking care of you. They taking care of you. Everything's just taking a little while. Next thing I hear,
Yeah.
I hear Glocks getting pulled out. That's what I hear. I hear Glocks getting pulled out from unholstering. Hey, sir, can I talk to you for a minute? You understand what I'm saying? So you see my perspective. Say it again, sir.
Check out the Blue Lives Matter flag spotted on the officer's arm, by the way.
Y'all are withholding right now, right?
What are we withholding?
So I call Atlanta and I say, hey, Officer Fernandez, who's that?
Yeah, that would be me.
I got first initials on your names, right?
Yeah.
Why they not on here?
I'm gonna give you a case number.
Why they not on here? Let's put the first initials on here, like I got on y'all jackets.
That's why we're giving you the case number, dude. Calm down.
It's not a badge number. You're telling me to calm down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
After Coogler seeks further info, an officer tells him to calm down, and then he doubles down.
What's on the note, ma'am?
It just says I want to withdraw $12,000. Just be discreet.
Is this an actual customer, or are they trying to rob the bank?
They had a debit card, and he inserted it. He gave me a California ID.
The audio from police dispatch has been released, and the teller admits he had a debit, the PIN, and his ID. Who robs a bank with all three of these pieces of info? We continue.
But he inserted his debit card, and then I asked for his ID. He handed me his ID as a California ID. But I didn't look at his name because I'm just like so shook up. Like, I don't know. So I just told him, give me one moment. You know, I have to get my manager.
Okay, so none of his information was even verified. Okay.
Wait. He gave you all his info and you didn't look at his name? Then you didn't verify anything? As Xavier Pope wrote, Ryan Coogler's 911 call clearly shows the teller admits to receiving ID and not looking at it. Dispatch sent officers before receiving all pertinent info and says none of his info was even verified and sounded like even she didn't believe a crime was in progress. Gross. The Times wrote Mr. Coogler, best known for directing Black Panther, had handed a teller a withdrawal slip on January 7th asking for more than $10,000 with a note on the back asking her to be discreet when handing him the cash, according to a police report, and we're going to explain why he did this momentarily. Mr. Coogler also had his California state ID card, as well as his Bank of America card when he approached the teller. Both Mr. Coogler and the teller are black. The teller received an alert notification from Mr. Coogler's account and quickly advised her manager that he was trying to rob the bank branch in the Buckhead section of Atlanta, the report states. Both of the officers drew their weapons before placing handcuffs on a surprise Coogler, the video shows. They were there responding to what they deemed a bank robbery. To reiterate, considering the amount of cash, Coogler had written a note on the back of his withdrawal slip stating that he wanted the money to be counted discreetly given the amount, according to the report, from the back seat of the police vehicle. Coogler explained he was trying not to call attention to himself in withdrawing such a large amount of cash. Quote, if I don't write out on a note how much I want and that I don't want it ran through the money counter right at the desk, the whole bank ends up looking at me, he told the police. I'm trying to get my money out of my account, he would also tell the cops. The teller never said it was a problem, Mr. Coogler said, adding that he had used his bank card and PIN and had given her his ID. She got scared when a black dude handed her a note, Mr. Coogler said. I don't know what else to say. He added, if she was scared, she's got to admit that. TMZ obtained a photo of the note Coogler handed the teller, which you can see right here. When police arrived, two of Coogler's colleagues who were waiting for him in a parked vehicle outside the bank were detained and placed in the back of a police car. Coogler was placed in handcuffs while police investigated the call. He was released shortly after they verified his identity, the police report stated. Richard Rose, president of the Atlanta NAACP branch, told CBS 46, the presumption is always that they've done something wrong. He's here to rob us. He can't be here to withdraw money that's his. The first reaction to oppression is resistance. Secondly is acknowledgement. Third is acceptance. When black people have accepted that whites should be superior and that black folk are doing something wrong all the time, and she succumbed to the same thing, Rose explained. I gotta be honest with you, he would add. Y'all never asked me what was going on, he said from the backseat of a patrol vehicle. He proceeds to calmly ask officers for a moment to get his emotions in order before continuing to answer their questions. Coogler was in Georgia at the time of the incident, working on production of Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, the sequel to his 2018 blockbuster. The film is set for release in November. Mark Lamont Hill wrote, the police audio makes the Ryan Coogler story even more infuriating. I reiterate my gratitude that Ryan Coogler is still with us, wrote Bernice King. I'm praying for him. I just don't think so many understand or are even trying to understand the trauma he was subjected to, Rebecca Carroll added on her Twitter account. His own bank thinks Ryan Coogler is trying to rob them when he's just trying to take money out of his own account. And then he had to deal with Variety calling him a promising director. Any given Wednesday in America. Promising? Via the core turn. This Ryan Coogler bank situation has me spooked because the bank teller literally could have caused this man's death. Her and her manager also put everyone's life in danger when they relied on police before verifying whether or not he was a Bank of America customer. Xavier Pope, who we featured earlier, penned, they could have killed him. I can't stress this enough. Just because Ryan Coogler is not dead at the hands of police doesn't mean he wasn't dehumanized. And lastly, Jamil Hill wrote, the reaction to this Ryan Coogler situation is starting to feel very to America's-ish.